Albuquerque is known as the balloon capital of the world. It's also known as the land of enchantment. But what happens when an adventurous cat named Whiskers finds himself in this magical desert city? Let's find out in today's story about Whiskers' 5-day adventure in Albuquerque. Whiskers was no ordinary cat. With his luxurious orange fur, dazzling amber eyes, and an insatiable curiosity, he was the talk of his little village. But it was his whiskers that truly set him apart. Long, luxurious, and expressive, they quivered with excitement whenever Whiskers embarked on an adventure, which was often. One day, while perusing the shelves at their local pet store, Whiskers learned about a contest hosted by the store called Most Expressive Whiskers, with the grand prize being a dream trip to Albuquerque, New Mexico. Determined to win, Whiskers practiced his most expressive looks, pouting, then pleading, then leaping into the air with mock surprise. His efforts paid off. His whiskers were declared the most expressive in the region, earning him the coveted trip to Albuquerque. Whiskers spent the first part of his journey on the bus, winding through the countryside. The closer he got to Albuquerque, the more excited he became. When the bus finally arrived, the vibrant city welcomed him with open arms or paws. The first thing Whiskers noticed was the stunning landscape. Unlike his village, which was nestled in rolling hills, Albuquerque was surrounded by majestic mountains and expansive plains. He couldn't wait to explore it all. Before checking into his hotel, Whiskers decided to visit Old Town, the heart of Albuquerque. As he strolled through the plaza, he was captivated by the rich history and vibrant culture. The charming adobe buildings, the tinkling fountains, and the lively atmosphere made him feel like he had stepped into a fairy tale. At the San Felipe de Neri Church, the oldest church in New Mexico, Whiskers sat on the steps, mesmerized by the intricate carvings and peaceful ambiance. As he basked in the afternoon sun, a friendly tourist approached him. "Well, hello there, little cat. What brings you to Old Town?" she asked, overjoyed to find someone who shared his fascination. Whiskers explained about his award-winning whiskers and his desire to see everything Albuquerque had to offer. Touched by his enthusiasm, the woman offered him a traditional New Mexican treat, a small piece of supapilla, a deep-fried bread often served with honey or jam. Whiskers, being a connoisseur of fine cuisine, accepted the offering with a gracious nod. As he savored the warm, golden dough, he couldn't help but purr with delight. "This place truly feels magical," he thought, feeling like a character in one of the many enchanting stories he'd heard about New Mexico. With his first day coming to an end, Whiskers felt like he had already experienced so much. But he knew this was only the beginning of his Albuquerque adventure. Whiskers woke up early the next morning, eager to start his second day in Albuquerque. His first stop was the Old Town Farmers Market, where he marveled at the vibrant displays of fresh produce, flowers, and local crafts. The market was bustling with activity, and Whiskers found himself surrounded by friendly faces and lively conversations. Next, he took a stroll through the nearby rail yards, now a vibrant hub for art galleries, studios, and shops. The repurposed industrial space had been transformed into a creative hub, and Whiskers appreciated the unique blend of history and modernity. In the afternoon, Whiskers decided to take a break from sightseeing and indulge in some well-deserved pampering. He found a cozy spot at the luxurious Miotel Albuquerque, a cat-themed boutique hotel, complete with scratching posts, cat trees, and plenty of places to lounge. Feeling refreshed and rejuvenated, Whiskers continued his exploration of Albuquerque. In the evening, he took a ride on the Sandia Peak tramway, ascending the majestic Sandia Mountains. The views from the top were absolutely breathtaking, with panoramic vistas of the city and the surrounding landscape. As the sun began to set, the sky blazed with hues of orange, pink, and purple, creating a breathtaking backdrop for Whiskers' Albuquerque adventure. On his third day in Albuquerque, Whiskers wanted to immerse himself in the city's unique culture. His first stop was the Indian Pueblo Cultural Center, where he learned about the rich history and traditions of the 19 pueblos of New Mexico. The center's museum showcased beautiful artwork, jewelry, and pottery, reflecting the artistic talent of the local Native American communities. Next, he visited the National Hispanic Cultural Center, which celebrated the contributions of Hispanic Americans to art, culture, and history. The center's collection of artifacts, photographs, and documents provided a fascinating glimpse into the diverse heritage of the region. After lunch, Whiskers couldn't resist the allure of the balloon museums. Although it wasn't the annual balloon fiesta time, he wanted to pay homage to Albuquerque's world-famous hot air balloons. At the Anderson Abruzzo Albuquerque International Balloon Museum, he marveled at the colorful displays and learned about the history of ballooning in Albuquerque. He especially loved the miniature hot air balloons, which reminded him of his own village, where children would make paper bag balloons and let their imaginations take flight. Feeling inspired, Whiskers decided to write a story about his Albuquerque adventures for the children back home. One of the museum's docents, noticing Whiskers' interest in the balloons, kindly offered him a behind-the-scenes tour. She showed him a real life-sized balloon basket and let him pretend to pilot the balloon over the stunning Rio Grande Valley. The experience was both exhilarating and humbling for Whiskers, who realized that even though he was just a small cat, he could dream big. As the afternoon wore on, Whiskers explored more parts of the museum. The sheer size and craftsmanship of some of the balloons left him in awe. He imagined what it would feel like to soar above Albuquerque, the wind ruffling his orange fur as he drifted through the clouds. With a renewed sense of wonder, Whiskers left the museum and headed back to his hotel. The experience had been both educational and inspiring, reminding him of the limitless possibilities that existed in the world. The following morning, Whiskers decided to venture outside of the city to experience more of the natural beauty that surrounded Albuquerque. His destination was Petroglyph National Monument, home to thousands of ancient rock carvings. As he hiked among the volcanic peaks and rugged mesas, he marveled at the petroglyphs left behind by indigenous peoples hundreds of years ago. To Whiskers, the weathered rock monoliths seemed almost mystical, whispering stories of the past from their silent sentinels. But Whiskers' adventure didn't end there. As he continued his hike, he suddenly spotted a roadrunner darting between the rocks. With his natural feline curiosity ignited, Whiskers gave chase. Now, Whiskers was no Olympic sprinter, so the speedy roadrunner quickly got ahead of him. Still, he put on a valiant effort, his fluffy orange tail bobbing as he bounded over the uneven terrain. Despite not catching the elusive bird, Whiskers enjoyed the playful distraction. It was a welcome change of pace from his usual leisurely strolls. The unexpected game of cat and mouse left him feeling invigorated and ready to continue exploring the park's natural wonders. As the day went on, Whiskers took some time to relax and soak in the serenity of his He found a shady spot under a pinyon tree, its branches providing a welcome respite from the midday heat. As he dozed, the soft sunlight filtering through the leaves painted dancing patterns on the ground, creating a mesmerizing display of light and shadow. The gentle rustling of the leaves and the distant chirping of birds provided a soothing soundtrack to his afternoon nap. Refreshed and rejuvenated, Whiskers continued his hike, eager to discover more hidden gems within the park's boundaries.
On his final day in Albuquerque, Whiskers made his way to the Rio Grande Nature Center,
a sanctuary for local wildlife and a popular spot for birds. As he strolled along the center's trails, he was delighted to see a variety of ducks paddling in the water and herons standing patiently on the banks. The sight of these graceful creatures brought a sense of tranquility to Whiskers, reminding him of the simple pleasures in life. After spending some time at the nature center, Whiskers headed to the airport to catch his flight back home. As he boarded the plane, he couldn't help but feel a sense of contentment. His whirlwind adventure in Albuquerque had been filled with wonder, excitement, and new experiences. Looking down at the city as it shrunk beneath him, Whiskers knew he would cherish the memories he had made there forever. Back in his village, Whiskers became a local hero.
the children would gather around him, their eyes wide with wonder as he described his adventures in Albuquerque.
The tales of hot air balloons, ancient petroglyphs, and the kindness of strangers left them spellbound. Whiskers' expressive whiskers quivered with excitement as he recounted his journey, making the impossible adventures feel possible for the young, impressionable minds. His journey had not only enriched his own life, but had become a source of inspiration and wonder for the whole community. As the sun set over the village, casting long shadows on the cobblestone path, Whiskers curled up in his favorite spot, a slight smile on his whiskered face. The scent of Albuquerque, the land of enchantment, still lingered on his fur, a reminder of the magic he had experienced there. Despite the distance, Whiskers felt a part of Albuquerque and knew that the spirit of adventure would always call him back.